What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Early access Bloomburrow is here, so expect at least a couple of these videos. This is Bloomburrow Early Access. Thanks to Wizards for hosting. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out cardkingdom.com/numot for all your Magic card needs. We're going to jump right in, as we don't have much time, and these are mostly new cards. I'm going to go ahead and select this Tender Wild Guide here. We'll read about it after I look at some of the other cards. 2 mana, kill a creature with power 4 or greater. Toughness 4 or greater, pretty good. Really good combat trick in the form of Overprotect. Target creature you control gets plus 30, trample, hexproof, indestructible until end of turn. There is a flying deck in the format. Remember, this is the format of the creatures. It's like a red wall of sorts, right? So you're going to see a lot of mice, a lot of bats, a lot of lizards, frogs, soldiers, that type of thing. Again, I'll try to do my best to hover over a lot of the cards. This is my third draft of the format after having just finished the stream. But yeah, first pick the Tender Wild Guide. It's a 2-mana 2/2 that can tap for 1 mana of any color. It also puts a 1/1 counter of itself on itself. And Offspring is a new ability where you can pay 2 as you cast this spell. If you do, you make a 1/1 copy of it. So getting an additional Wild Guide, even if it's a 1/1 for 2 mana, is fantastic, as of course it still adds mana and it grows larger. Getting past a 3 mana 3/3. If a lizard, mouse, otter, or raccoon you control would deal damage to a permanent or player deals that much damage +1 instead. That's not terrible. Gifting is a new thing in this format as well. This one is gifting a fish in particular. So a spell is going to have one ability and then you gain some extra effect if you gift a card. In this scenario, again, gifting is giving your opponent a 1/1. Sometimes you can gift your opponent a card, that type of thing as well. There is a life gain / life loss black-white deck in the format. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, bats you control. Yeah, so a lot of things to do. I'm just going to take the flame color. Red-green is like the mentor-ish ability, or let me double check. There's some phrase. Red-white is you cast expend. Here it is. Whenever you expend 4, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains trample at end of turn. So expending is spending your 4th total mana to cast a spell during a turn, and it's going to trigger some type of ability. What is this? Frog Wizard Noble, Soul Tie, 2/4 Death Touch. You may play lands and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater from the top of your library. Well, that card's very good. Let's see here. There's a token theme in green-white. There's a lot of way to copy tokens, use tokens. There's a pseudo food theme. There is, again, that flying. Oh, there's a threshold graveyard theme. So there's a lot of different things that you can be doing in this format. Okay, we'll take the Glarb and see what goes on. So usually in these beginning formats, what I like to do is kind of force an early pick and go from there, just because nobody knows what they're doing. It's hard to say what signals are getting passed because evaluation of cards right now is so wonky. That being said, we did just pick up a pretty cool looking frog, and I think I'm going to take another frog. Frog is the green-blue archetype in this format. It's about flickering or bouncing your own creatures and getting some abilities. So you'll see here, this frog has a nice ETB of putting a land onto the battlefield. We're losing out on a very good value land. But yeah, why don't we just try forcing the frogs? So blue-green at its base, and then we might be trying to splash for this Glarb. And here's one of the better cards for the frog deck, Splash Portal. Blue, sorcery, exile a creature you control, and then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. If that creature is a bird, frog, otter, or rat, draw a card. Another good one here is the sun, well, maybe not good, the Sun Shower Druid. This is nice with flicker effects. 1 mana 0/2, ETB, put a 1/1 counter on a creature and you gain 1 life. Pond Prophet, also great. 2 mana 1/1, draw a card for the frog deck. But yeah, let's take the uncommon tricky trick there. Another one for the frog deck is the Run Away Together, right? Choose 2 different creatures controlled by different players, return those creatures to others' hands. So you'll notice this one is a reprint from multiple formats. This is the 3rd mentor we've seen, though, and it's kind of crazy. So somebody could be building a really cool blue-white flying creature matters deck. Tree Guard Duo, 4 mana, 3/4 ETB. Target creature control gets target creature control gains vigilance and +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. So that's also not bad. I don't know how much good fixing there is for Glarb, but I guess we'll just stick with what we have for now. 4 mana, 3/3. When this enters, tap up to 1 target creature and put a stun counter on it, and it has Offspring. That's fantastic. Losing out on another Pond Prophet. Red-black. Is it a life? No, I don't think red-black is a life loss mechanic. At least I don't think it is. But yeah, again, lots of so far cool looking effects. This is going to be one of those formats where you want to draft a deck of synergy versus just drafting good cards would be my guess. Oh, it is a life loss mechanic. Okay, so red-black is the if an opponent lost life mechanic. This enters if an opponent lost life this turn, you add a black and a red, and then you can discard a card to draw a card. This enters, target creature you control gains flying. That's medium. I think we'll just take the 2/1 since it's a frog. I guess we'll take the flying. Duo, so 5 mana, 3/3 flyer. That flickers a creature you control is pretty good. This one is a 3/2 for 3. Gains flying. No, it's not that great. 3 mana, 3/3 reach, ETB, return up to 1 other target permanent you control to its owner's hand. That's pretty nice. Yeah, so we're doing really good on the frog deck here. If I don't get fixing, I guess maybe we don't play the Glarb. +1/+3 gains reach until end of turn. Untap it. Seems like an okay. So there are better 1 mana tricks in the format though. There's like Shore Up, which is another reprint that gives a creature +1/+1 until end of turn, and also gives them hexproof until end of turn. Thought Shucker. Yep. Blue-black threshold deck matters. For the common good, this is the green-black rare card. Green-white token theme card. Very cool. Create X tokens that are copies of target token you control. Then tokens you control gain indestructible until your next turn. You gain 1 life for each token you control. Very nice. This is a really bad pack for us. So, Fabled Passage for Glarb fixing, I guess, is going to be the choice. Iridescent Vine Lasher. 1 mana, 1/2. Whenever a land you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. Oh, that card's super annoying with the Offspring. You can make 2 of these, and then whenever you play a land, it deals 2 to the opponent. It's kind of funny. Whenever you expend 4, this gains indestructible until end of turn. That's not bad. Let's see, 4 mana, 3/4 prowess, surveil 2 is whatever. We could take the Sunshower Druid now, I guess. 2 mana, 3/2 with some aggro upside or the synergy card. Let's just go for the synergy. 3 Tree City. Enters, choose a creature type, you add a colorless, and then 2 tap, choose a color, add an amount of mana to that. Oh, it's way too slow, right? We got an overprotect here. This is the combat trick I was talking about. +3/+3 trample, hexproof, indestructible is kind of insane. Let's see. Blue-red spells. Oh yeah, like blue-red, clearly the spells matter archetype. Oh, there's also an Uncharted Haven here for fixing, but yeah, we'll take the overprotect. Okay, here's another good froggy stunner. Let's take that. What is this? Dire Downdrift. Target creature's owner puts on the top or bottom of their library. Spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets an attacking or tapped creature. It's not bad. Also, a lot of random creatures that just have a lot of text on them. A lot of white creatures especially. Like 3 mana, 1/3, flying, double strike, vigilance. That is a lot of keyword abilities. I need some more ways to flicker my stuff or bounce my stuff. Right now we have the sticky, the duo, the runaway, the... Actually, I guess we're not doing too bad there. Oh, this looks cool. That isn't to say that you cannot draft a deck of just like good cards. But again, synergy I think is king. You really want to find the open lane. You do not want to waffle too much. Like staying open is correct to a certain point, right? To find what's available. But then I think you need to be going hard. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bunch of these half synergies. Let's see here. Alania Divergent Storm. 5 mana, 3/5. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's the first instant spell, the first sorcery, or the first otter, you may have target opponent draw a card. If you copy that, oh, that's really cool. Class enchantments are back in this format as well. We haven't seen them for a little while, but you play them, they have an ability, and then you can level them up and gain extra abilities later on. Sorcery speed, notably. I think, right? Yeah, there's sorcery speed. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and then shuffle and put that card on top. And then, oh, okay. So it's some okay fixing, actually. Oh, here's another ability, Forage. Forage is exiling 3 cards from your graveyard or sacrificing a food. So cards can have Forage that value having a lot of cards in your graveyard or food available. Let's see. Pick 7, not really anything we want here. This is for the token theme deck. Counter target spell unless this controller pays 2. If you control a bird, counter that spell unless this controller pays 4. I mean, maybe that's playable. What is this? Cash grab. Mill 4, you may put a permanent from among them milled this way into your hand. If you control a squirrel or returned a squirrel card, create a food. That might be playable. I have no squirrels right now, though, but I guess it might be better than any of the other options. I'm not sure how playable an enchantment / artifact removal spell is in this format yet. I don't think they're main deck worthy. From what I've seen so far, and sure, the sample size is small, there aren't really that many targets. Okay, the end of pack 2 here wasn't too good for us. Triple Sunshower Druid, not where I want to be. Storm Splitter, it's a mythic. 4 mana, 1/4 haste. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, create a token that's a copy of Storm Splitter. Exile that token at the beginning of the next end step. That's really cool. Wow, that can kind of pop off if you, yeah, like storm off. All right, at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Permanents you control with counters on them have a... Wow, okay. Just playing this for the first ability is absurd. Wow, 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 that card is nuts. Passing a Pond Prophet. Oh, this is the first Polywallop. This is the Frog Punch, which would be great in our deck. But yeah, Innkeeper's Talent is insane. Jeez, what a really bad pack. What is this? Deals 1 damage to any target, draw a card, 2 mana, sorcery. Yeah, that's kind of neat. All right, we're going to take another bell here then. Where are the blue-green cards? Surveil 2, activate only if a bird, otter, or rat enter the battlefield this turn. That's not bad, but I kind of need the playable of the duo. Somebody else might have jumped into frogs. That's kind of a weird thing to say. Somebody else might be drafting the frog deck. There's another Lookout's good. Oh, there's the shore up I was talking about. This is one of the best payoffs for the black-white life gain / life loss deck. 3/5 Flying Vigilance for 5. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, target opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. Very cool. Okay, Valiant is the red-white theme in the format. It's whenever you target one of your creatures, you're going to get some extra abilities. That is like the mice theme. The mouse theme. Yeah, so bats are life gain, life loss. Frogs are bouncy, bouncy. Makes sense. Mice are targeting themselves. Lizards are like life loss, or rather having dealt damage. These packs are just not good for us. Yeesh. What's my creature count at? 12? Take this changeling here. I think this card will probably be a decent role player in a lot of decks. When it enters, you may forge. If you do, draw a card. There's a Banishing Light reprint going late. Otter Wizard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on it. It'd be terrible in our deck. Okay, there's another duo. That's good. 5 mana, 3/3 flying. Do the thing to one of our creatures is great. We have 12 frogs thus far. One more pack we have to go. Calamities. Frog Wizard Noble. This is going to be a 16, maybe even a 15 land deck, given we have the double port bell. I probably should have taken some more top-end cards to go with the Glarb, huh? Mana value 4 or greater. Oh, isn't this card really good? Return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. If the gift was promised, return 2 permanents instead. Yeah, it's decent. Actually, I kind of want to take the port as well. Just a nice value land. And there's another duo here, too. But double recycle seems nice. Hey, Polywallop Wield. Think I'd take that over Pond Profit. Since my removal ain't the best in the world. Okay, Lilypad Village came back. We'll play that one. Shore Up over High Stride looks good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think this deck is fine. I don't think it's crazy. But I assume we'll be in okay shape. I only need 1 swamp in this deck. Alright, we'll submit this and go off to round 1. Okay, let's go to our first round of this Bloomburrow early access draft. I am missing green. Yeah, probably got to mulligan that one then, huh? Okay, let's keep that and lose the Peerless. Maybe Clifftop can find a black source. Green, white. So this is the token theme from the opponents. Oh, we hit Fabled Passage. That's good. So we can go grab a black with that next turn. Let's do that on upkeep. Scrap Shooter, 3 mana, 4/4. Yikes. And gifting a card, if you do, destroy it, an artifact or an enchantment opponent controls. Opponent. Oh wait, did it add 2 swamps back in? I could have sworn I only had 1 swamp. It's awkward. Oh gosh, I can cast this. Man, I kind of want to kill their mana dork. Target creature you control deals damage equal to twice its power to target creature you don't control, but I guess I should probably kill the scrap shooter. Now, I am not holding up Overprotect, so this could come back to haunt us. Yeah, as they immediately had a removal spell. Gosh darn it. Whenever you give a gift, draw a card. Do we want to search for a land here? Guess we take a second blue source. Yeah, it's possible I should not have... I mean, I got to cast the spell for free, but I guess I probably shouldn't have... not protected our Glarb, because that would have won the game on its own. What is this thing? 5 mana, 4/6 reach. As long as you control 10 or more lands, creatures you control get +2/+2. Whenever it or another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters, look at the top card. If it's a land, you may put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, put it in your hand? Holy crap, dude. Those are some insane rares. I guess we lose. Elemental Turtle. Yeah, I think I punted by, that triggers their green shell as well. I think I punted by not holding up the Overprotect on Glarb. Might not have mattered anyways, but... Alright, I think we're just gonna throw that game in the bin. Say a GG's. Gotta do better next time, yeah. I think if I protect Garb there, that's probably our best chance at winning. At that point, we're too far behind. Wait, 42 cards? Wait, what happened here? Did the auto... Oh my gosh, did this auto add all the way up to 18 lands? Okay, well, I always get got by that. Whenever I try to run fewer than 17 lands, because it always automatically adds 17 lands into your deck for deck building unlimited. So I guess I accidentally, yeah, okay. Well, we had 2 extra lands than I should have been playing, but maybe that didn't matter. We are on the correct ratios now. 16 land, a bunch of mana fetches. Oh, this hand wanted to draw one of our 1-drops so badly. God, can we draw one of our O3s or whatever O2s? 1/1 menace that can pump. Okay. Go ahead and grab the swamp right now. Pump's fine. We just want to draw a card here. I'm gonna play the talent and pass. Draw 2, alright. Okay, there's Daddy Glarb. Let's level this up. Fetch an island. Four mana, 3/4, Surveil 2 with prowess. It's fine. Okay. Oh, we are looking really good now. What is this? 4 mana? If one or more counters we put on a permanent player, put that twice that many on that counter instead. So let's go with the Offspring Tender Wild Guide here. That's going to give us enough mana to Offspring the Lasher next turn. Also, the talent with the Wild Guides putting 1/1 counters on themselves puts 2 1/1 counters on themselves. Yeah, this is kind of great. For 3 can gain Menace. Yeah, our deck is kind of sick when it has the good ones. Let's see. Feed the Cycle. It's an additional cost to cast. Pay a black or forage. Destroy a creature or a planeswalker. Sure. I want to keep putting counters on that for now. Actually, I should have maybe left back the other creature to pump it. It's fine. Why didn't that give me priority to put a 1/1 counter on that thing? I don't know. Alright, let's go with the Glarb first. Not cast that from top. It discards 2 cards. Ooh. I wanted those. Sorry, I'll try to hover over the cards a little bit better since nobody knows what any of the new cards do. Counter. And on top. Let's see. Do we want to double up on the counters of this? Probably. Make it a 5/5 flyer. You still get to surveil after all of this is said and done. Drawing a counter. Is a bird? It is a bird frog. Yeah, our deck kind of slaps when it draws its crazy rares and stuff. Rares and mythics. So let's see. We probably want to keep the 3/5 alive. I can hit him for 7, then 9. I guess I'm okay kind of going all in on the flyer for now, though. Oh no, 7, then 10. Oh no, it is lethal. The druid's lethal next turn with the 1/1 counter, because the counter gives 2 1/1 counters. Yeah, so 7 and then 11. That's perfect, Xaxes. We can counter unless they pay 4 on anything currently. Gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control. Whenever you attack with 1 or more rats, if 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you can pay a 1 and 2. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Oh, they gain up. Wait, do they mean to attack like this? Block here, block here, block here. If they trigger prowess, so be it. If they don't, this doesn't work. Okay, I guess they just gave up. Or they have the Wrath. In which case we get them real good. They could have like the Energy Wrath. What is this? 5 mana. Return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then if the gift was promised and that creature isn't legendary, create a token that's a copy of it. Yeah, they're just dead anyways. Don't even need to surveil. Nice. Yeah, I forgot we had a card like Innkeeper's Talent in our deck. Kind of insane. Kind of insane. So remember, this is a timed event. This is a special server, separate from normal. Damn, where's the 1-drop now? Again, we have the Innkeeper's Talent, but no 1-drop. 2 4-drops again. This is kind of like the same exact hand from the previous game. Although I guess since I have 3 of the 1-drop, I'd rather have the Innkeeper's Talent in opening hand instead. Alright, let's go grab an island first. So they're on the black-white life gain deck. Still can't find our 1-drop. Sheesh. Or any creature for that matter there. Patchwork Banner. Naming Bat? Oh, bird. Okay. Creatures you control that chosen type get +1/+1. And it adds 1 mana of any color. I don't think that card is all that great, but... Alright, so we'll tap their duo, put a stun counter on it, turn our Lasher into a 4/4 with Ward 1. Okay. Touché. That's a nice one. ETB, exile target creature and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. If that creature had power 2 or less, put a 1/1 counter on it. Sure. This is rather annoying, I suppose. So I'm going to put a counter on the duo. Then flicker this and draw a card. Tap down again. That way we don't lose the +1/+1 counter value. Alright, whenever it or another creature you control with flying enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control without flying, yeah? Oh, flying is gonna get us. I'm gonna have to play Sentinel next turn for the Reachies. So I wonder if it's better here to level up my... class. And put 2 1/1 counters. I think it probably is. Oh, this also has reach, notably. And with one level up of the talent, it would turn into a 3/4 reach. Actually, we have a decent number of reach creatures. We get to do double tap down next turn, potentially. Whenever this or another rabbit you control enters, target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn, then draw a card. This is the second time this ability has resolved. Or another rabbit, okay. This is sus. Oh, okay. That is a bird cleric. Whenever it or another creature you control with flying dies, return another target creature with mana value, lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield. What on earth? That overprotect is going to hopefully be great. I think I just play out the lookout and overprotect, hold up this turn. And now we have 8 mana, so I can Offspring the Lasher, double tap down. Yeah, they have a cool flying deck. Okay, I'm gonna double block with my reach creatures and say what happens here. Target creature gets +2/+2 on turn. If the Griff was promised, that creature also gains indestructible. I think I'm okay with this, right? Well, no, we should probably keep this. Let's see. Two 1/1 counters. Yeah, let's start smacking. Okay. I like that a lot. That was a good trade for us. Mind Whisker. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil one. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, creatures your opponent control get -1/-0. That's very good. Another reach creature, huh? Okay with any trade here. Good. Yeah, all these trades I'm pretty happy with. Hey, we hit a lily pad village now. Nice. So now whenever we have a frog enter the battlefield, we get to surveil too. Now we don't need to overload on our reach creatures so much. Oh god! That's actually insane. The double whisker. So once they get threshold, my creatures are gonna get -2/-0. Okay, well, this is kind of annoying. And remember, I don't have much removal in my deck. I have, like, the Frog Punch. Yeah, these Mind Whiskers are super good. Bunch of random white cards going into the graveyard now. Hey, there's a frog. Okay, and that's putting 2 1/1 counters on. There's the Polywallop we were looking for. Alright, threshold enabled. All my creatures get -2/-0. Kinda nasty. But, I mean, every turn, my creatures just get bigger and bigger. Like, I'm at 20. I have a 5/7, a 3/6, and a 3/6 reach. They don't have a way to push through yet. I do not have any birds currently, right? So I can only counter unless they pay 2 at the moment, and they have access to 7 mana, so... I don't want to go for Polywallop and get blown out is the only thing. Mockingbird, X = 4. You may have a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it, except it's a bird. What are they copying for 4 here? Oh, I see. So this is kind of cute. What I can do is I can Polywallop their 5/6, get back my other flyer. Nah, counter that, bro. Polywallop their 5/6, get back my flyer, flicker my sentinel. I lose counters, but it's gonna come back. And then I get to trigger my village. This is great for us. Start attacking with a 5/7 flyer. Let's draw the duo first. Start putting 2 counters on that every turn. We are getting big, baby. Whenever this attacks target creature you control without flying, gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Okay. So they have 10 power worth of flying, so I need to put 1 more counter on this duo for it to attack in profitably. Alright, that probably does it now. Start putting 2 counters on the wild guides every turn. All these frogs have reach. I guess I don't want to give the opponent time to find a Wrath. There are some Wrath effects in the format too. There is a white Wrath, which if they draw it, I'm going to lose. Oh, they left a card on top. Okay, that's not it, but that's another big flyer. Ugh. I should be able to start attacking with more in a moment. Yeah, that probably does it. No, just the big flyers here. Okay. Now go for the kill next turn. What the hell is this thing? Castrel the Wind Crested. Whenever 1 or more birds you control deal damage to a player, choose 1. You may put a bird from your graveyard or hand onto the battlefield with a finality counter, put a 1/1 counter on each bird, or draw a card. Whoa. The card is sick. All right. Yeah, Innkeeper's Talent. Hell of a card there, huh? Jeez Louise. That's only our 3rd game. What a crazy draft this is so far. Similar to some of our other early access events, I might quit the draft a little bit before its completion, so before I get to 3 losses or 7 wins, whatever what came first. Just because I'm on a time crunch and I want to try to get as much content out as I can. So it's really cool if we can get some more drafting done. I'll try to make all of these videos at least an hour long, though. So at least some amount of gameplay will be had in addition to the drafting. But yeah, like I said, I might cut this video a little bit short. Just get a few games in while we can and then record another one. More content, more better. I believe human tokens are Wizards of the Coast employees. Well, we have our turn 1 druid this time, but we don't have the dang class enchantment. Oh, the frog deck is cool. I mean, the problem with the frog deck, though, is that a lot of decks or a lot of build around strategies like this, if they require 1 or 2 specific cards, and your opponent just has a removal spell, they can often just flounder, right? That's not good for our opponent. Mulligan to 5. Polly Wallop. 1 less to cast for each frog you control. Creature deals double its damage. Pretty cool. Good frog removal. Oh, mirror match maybe, huh? Blue-green. We have the boxer. We'll grab a swamp here. Nice draw on turn 3 for sure. It's not an Outcaster Greenblade like OTJ, but it's definitely a Poggy Froggy. The double boxer. Cool. Sure. Trade one of my small creatures for your 3/2. Well, a little bit of a flood out going on here. Don't really want to return my 1 or O2 to my hand yet. It could be I should be running 15 lands. Because again, I do have 2 of those artifacts that find lands. So they're kind of like lands themselves. Light Shell Duo, okay. There's a fine draw. Flicker, get more land. Lost our Garb, oh no. So Garb's on the bottom of the deck somewhere. Our opponent is playing the frog deck without frogs, and yet we are losing very badly. This one is really good, one of the better green uncommons I've seen so far. Baseline, it's a 6/5 for 5, but then you can have it be a 5/4 that kills a creature, or fights a creature token, or kills an artifact or enchantment, so very nice. Oh, it puts a counter on any creature. I missed that. Oh, well, they should have attacked with their indestructible there. Yikes. That's all I have to say. That is 9 of our 16 lands. Okay, 1 card left in the opponent's hand, though. Guess let's double block this one. And then we can cycle it back. 4/4 reach for 3. My lord. I do not want to give him a gift. Hey, that's a decent draw. Kind of, I mean. Uh, 10 lands versus 6, huh? Though, granted, a lot of mine have been hit from the clifftop lookout. So we have an okay double block here. Okay, they opt not to attack. What's in their hand? What did they draw for turn? Oh my lord, come on, man. 12 lands seen now out of 16. There's a good one. Finally. All right. So assuming they don't have a counter here, we get to tap and start attacking. Yeah, this Lasher's cool. Baseline 4 mana 3/3. That taps something. What is this? 1/1 trample. Whenever another frog, rabbit, raccoon, or squirrel you control enters, you put a 1/1 counter on it. Oh, that can get really big. Wow. Wait. Yeah, so that's gonna become a 3/3 once that thing flickers. Sheesh. Do I shuffle here? I do shuffle, but I don't think I put it on top. Right? And we look for Glarb or something. Well, that's not bad. +5/+5 in vigilance until end of turn. Kind of nice right now. They don't have any profitable blocks, and if they want to chump, I'm A-okay with that. Seems like a good trade-off. Another duo. So duo targeting duo kind of goes infinite. I mean, they lose a 3/3 every turn in essence, but when their second duo comes back, it flickers the first, gives their might color another 1/1 counter, you know? That's really cool. Alright, so no shuffle, just draw. That's a good one. Oh, that's an insane one. Actually, because flickering the duo is another +5/+5 plus card draw, but I guess flickering the Lasher and tapping down their might colors probably better. Oh, well. I guess we get to do all the things anyways, huh? Oh, they're still flickering their other duo? I don't know about that. They're just dead here, right? 3, 6, yeah. Oh, no, they're not. They can flicker their boxer now. Oh, I should have flickered their flyer. This was a mistake on my part. Or rather, I should have tapped down their flyer, not their creature. Oh, well, they're just leaving themselves dead on board anyways. In any case, kind of neat. Yeah, the Might color with the double flickers. Cute. Cute for sure. Alright, GG's. Nice. Alright, I think that's a good enough showing here for the blue-green frog deck in this format. Let's call it there for this video. I'll show the deck list one more time. Again, creature themes are the strategy you want to build actual decks. So this was the Froggy Flicker deck. Yeah, this Innkeeper's Talent is going to be an insane card. In Limited's history, cards like this are always pretty good, and this one, yeah, quite the real deal. So thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time for some more early access Bloomburrow. Bye-bye.